What's up, guys, and welcome back to my garage. If you've enjoyed this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we dyno tuned our Turbo DZ Wolf Wagon. We also dyno tuned our El Camino with its supercharged V8, making nearly 1,000 horsepower. It's 999, so I'm just gonna round up. But I say tuned because we don't actually tune the vehicles. It's merely just a way for us to benchmark the horsepower. But if you guys noticed from the intro, I said enjoyed this series rather than enjoying, because today is going to be the final episode on the series for a little while. We've done this once before, but we're going to put it on the back burner while we wait for a couple of updates to come out. In the meantime, we're going to be checking out some other games, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. But as our sort of finale episode, you know, there's only so many things that we haven't done yet. The list is very, very small, but one of those things is going out and selling a 5-star everything vehicle out at the new service center slash dealership. The other thing that we haven't done, it looks like there's only one in here, is worked on a Chad or a Bart, and the information panel is not pulling up. There we go. This is a Chad. Pretty solid vehicle. $16,000 for it. I did do 3 rust repairs prior to starting this recording because I knew darn well we weren't going to have enough money for one of these things, but this actually looks pretty clean. So the plan with this thing, let's go ahead and just purchase it. We might as well. 16,009 honey bones. But the plan for this thing is, obviously, we're going to completely restore it, 5-star everything, and we're going to take it down to the service center slash dealership where the dyno's at. And we'll see how much money they're actually going to pay. I think it's supposed to be like 130% of the vehicle's value. Okay, I thought we just bought a lemon. Let's see if it actually drives. Drives pretty well, actually. We've basically bought this vehicle again sight unseen. I didn't even really look at the engine bay very heavily. Definitely didn't look underneath the thing, but we'll pull it in just in front of the lift. And to get us rolling here, I think we're going to address the rust and or different color body panels. The green on this is actually kind of nice. You know, I've said this before, but we've worked on a lot of different shades of green as far as these vehicles go. This one's probably my favorite out of the lot thus far. We just have a little bit of rust here on that front fender, a little bit on that quarter, on the back of the quarter as well. It's got some sick gangsta lean going on, so we're definitely going to have to address the suspension. Just at a glance here, it looks like that leaf spring right there is definitely blown out. Going to need replaced. Tires actually seem like they're in good condition, so that's good. Saves us, oh, except for that one. Saves us a little bit of money, and that one. It's the rear, right? That makes sense. Rear wheel drive. We do have a little bit of rust there on the hood cowl. Okay, I'm glad that it already has a V8 because, thankfully, in the previous episode, again, we did work on the El Camino, so we do have a couple of different V8 parts just sort of laying about, ready to be used for a new project, even an intake manifold, which this thing definitely needs. I've already done way too much talking, so I'm just going to grab our sanding disc, and we're going to get after it. Alrighty, sanding complete. Actually didn't take that long. There really wasn't even that much rust on here. Let's just make sure. 5-star rust condition already. Color condition 4 stars. I was tempted to try to change the color of this one. Just to anything else. Again, we do respray a lot of green colored vehicles. But since we don't have any other like different color panels on this thing, I feel like running with the green is pretty safe. So 303C28 is the paint code. And it only took us a good 2 seconds to get it resprayed. So we are looking good now. 5-star clean state, rust state, color condition. Overall condition is only 4 stars. So truthfully, we don't really have that much work ahead of us. Well, I don't think we do anyways. Let's go ahead and just pull it on the lift and we'll address the suspension stuff first. We will unfortunately have to make the very, very long drive out to the upholstery shop if we want to stick with this blue interior. And I think I do. Real quick, I don't know if you guys remember in the previous episode, I did purchase some custom license plates, but I wasn't aware that you actually have to customize them prior to purchasing them, so I dropped 2,500 bones on some blank license plates. I'm not even going to bother putting them on the Wolf Wagon. That was its intended vehicle. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to leave the Wolf Wagon unregistered, and everything's going to be great, but let's take a peek under here and we'll see what we've actually got going on. Dude, it is surprisingly clean. Again, the rear tires will probably have to change. Well, maybe not. I don't know how much that like hurts or helps our overall condition score here. We might be able to leave them, who knows. Upper A arm needs replaced. Got a tie rod right there that's seen better days. Lots of stuff going on in the engine bay. Ooh, cylinder heads. Potentially. Actually, it looks like maybe just one of them and an alternator. But we do have cylinder heads just hanging out, ready to be installed in something. So we can definitely make that work. And then the steering column base, I guess. I don't know if that's part of the whole steering column or if we can just get like the base piece right there. Fuel line as well. That's going to need pulled out and changed around. Okay, dude. It's really not too terrible. I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna start buying some parts. We'll get her taken apart and then just put it back together with some new stuff. Should be pretty quick and easy. Starting from the top, we need a leaf spring, $86.25. Oh, we can buy just the base of the steering column right there. The steering box is what they call that. Tie rod, we definitely need one of those. Upper control arm for the front. Gotcha. Moving on to engine components. Fuel line. We saw that was bad in there. Alternator, for sure. I don't believe I have one of those on the shelf already. I'm pretty sure I would remember something like that. The cylinder heads we do already have. Based on what we've seen on the vehicle, I think that's really about all we need for right now, but there will probably be some other things. So I'm just going to get the parts brought out. Actually, we could probably put a lot of this stuff in our backpack. There we go. I always forget to use the backpack. I don't think the leaf spring would actually fit, but let's grab our wrench and we can start tearing this thing apart. Oh, you know what? Kind of looks like this knuckle might be bad as well. So I'm going to go ahead and undo those two bolts. I did just replace the tie rod, but I'll have to unfasten that. The caliper will need to be removed, so we'll get those two bolts if it'll let me. And then probably this, just to be on the safe side. Oh, and never mind. The whole thing just came off. I was going to say we probably have to remove those as well. But that makes our life a lot easier for getting access to that upper control arm right there. We can pop that bad boy on out. Again, I am kind of compiling a bit of a pile for the pawn shop eventually, so we'll just leave all that stuff there and we'll make some money back, you know, later. Only $40.25 later, and we've got ourselves a brand spanking new front knuckle. We've got all three of those nuts refastened. I'm pretty sure that's all that was up there anyways. We can now toss that bad boy back on there. I'm going to go ahead and just pop on the caliper and the brake line as well while I'm thinking about it, and then we can put that wheel back on. You know, I probably should have gone around and like checked all the brakes, because I have a feeling we're going to be like just about done with this thing, and we'll probably learn that the brake system is pretty bad. I mean, in the previous episode, what, 3 of our vehicles had a bad brake setup? 3 vehicles that we've been driving for quite some time, or I guess 2 vehicles that we've been driving for a while. But I do think we're probably finished down under, so we're going to get it lowered back down and we can start in the engine bay. It looked like just the intake manifold. Oh, actually upper radiator hose as well. I didn't notice that before. Ignition wires? Do we still have? Oh, we do. Dude, we are lucking out. Okay, I can't pick them up with the wrench, but we've got those on hand, which is nice. I don't believe we have an upper radiator hose, so we'll have to buy a brand new one of those. I should have bought an alternator belt. The heck was I thinking? Just under 20 bones for one of those. I see the lower hose, but I don't see the upper hose anywhere, which is weird. Okay, there it is. 28.75 for one of those. Here we go. All right, we're starting to find a couple more gremlins that this vehicle was definitely trying to hide from us. We've got 2 bad pistons right there, but we have 8 of them to choose from. That's not really that big of a deal. The windshield wiper arm right here definitely needs replaced. Just the one of those, thankfully. Over here on the intake manifold, it looks like we're going to be needing a new thermostat housing. So I'll go and toss this in our scrap pile. Purchase a new one of those from the store. Am I forgetting anything else? I think that should be about everything. These upgraded cylinder heads actually already have spark plugs in them, so I'm not even going to bother trying to pull these out of here. I think we're just going to put these in the scrap pile as well. Boy, am I glad that I took the time to open up the air filter cover, you guys. This thing's so bad. It's so ratty. It has a full-on hole in the side of the thing. So we're definitely going to be swapping that out for something a little bit nicer. I want to see if this chrome one will finally fit. It still doesn't. Okay, we're going to have to buy a new air filter, but that's fine. We still got the chromie on standby if that ever wants to work someday. Or wait. I think this is the same. Yeah, it's totally the same. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Part of me doesn't even want to, like, put all this orangey stuff on there. You know, it's just not for me. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The orangey stuff, it just ain't it. Part of me wants to get it chromed. We just simply don't have the money for it. Orangey is proper pronunciation, by the way. Some people say orange. Some people say orange. Some people say orange. And then others, like myself, say orangey. Alrighty, all we have to do now is get that dropped off in our little scrap pile, and it's time to see if we forgot anything. Maybe a clutch, maybe a camshaft, you know, stuff that we can't really see that easily, or we'll just automatically have 5 stars everything. There's no way, right? There's just no way. I mean, we still need a different, better passenger side and rear seat from the upholstery shop. There is no shot that it's mint condition already, dude. We hardly did anything. Truthfully, we hardly did anything to it. Granted, I do think having a lot of, you know, stuff on the shelves ready for this engine, I do think that really helped, because we still have $4,200. I mean, we're not really hurting. But let's just hop in it real quick. Nope, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. I should top up all the fluids first, and then we'll see how quickly it can turn over. I'll tell you what, I am very, very proud of myself that I didn't immediately hop in the driver's seat and try to turn this thing on for a few minutes, you know, letting it idle up and stuff. That would have done some bad things. I would imagine that would have set us back dramatically. But coolant is done. Let's check and see if it actually has Earl. Okay, the dipstick is invisible again. Not good. I'm gonna try to drop it on the counter. Hopefully it's actually there, and we'll save, quit, come back. The dipstick do be going ghost on us sometimes, thinking it's Danny Phantom or something. Oh, dude, oil is perfect. Okay. Well, brake fluid is also good as well, so let's hop in, and we'll see how quickly or how easily she fires up. This will also help us determine whether or not our cluster is actually functioning. Okay, we have a working tach. Tach is fine. Speedometer, I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, speedometer, totally good as well. I should probably uncheck the e-brake. Let's go fill up with fuel here really quick. Oh, this is the one that has the, it has the fuel door at the rear of the vehicle, which is different, but it's caught me off guard before. Thankfully, this time I actually remembered. But we're gonna get this bad boy fueled up, and fingers crossed. I mean, we're gonna make our way out to the service center / dealership area where the dyno's at, and we're gonna see if they'll pay us top dollar. If not, we're just gonna have to make our way out to the upholstery shop and buy some new seats. You know, I should probably grab a wrench before we leave, just so we can kind of do this stuff at the store and we don't have to come all the way back here to the garage. That would be a very long drive for no real good reason. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if they end up turning us away here. I mean, there's a couple of known bad things with this car. The seats we already talked about, the rear tires we already talked about, but I just noticed on the way here, I installed a chrome wiper arm when in fact it had non-chrome ones on to start. So that could be another potential reason for them to turn us away. We'll see, right? We shall see. Test car selling. Oh, I probably should have looked at this prior to leaving so we could see if there was like a big price increase. $32,000 is what they're offering. So it's in here. I was like, I didn't click sell. I definitely didn't get paid for that. So let's see here. 24,000. 24,000 is what we could get for it on the streets. But then in here, again, with the seats, with the tires, with the wiper arm as well, they're offering us 32,000. I'm gonna take it. But first, I want to put old girl on the dyno to see how many horse puppies she's actually making. The only like performance part that we have on here is going to be the cylinder heads. So I'm not expecting big numbers, maybe like high 200s, low 300s. We're going to find out. I do this all the time, dude. I get on the dyno and I completely forget to actually pay for a dyno session for just 100 buckaroonies. You just can't beat it. Well, you could, but that would be weird. As we all know, that would be very, very weird. So let's hop in, old girl. We'll drop the e-brake, shift up to third gear, and we'll see what she's making for power. Okay, yeah, as expected. High 200s, low 300s. 285. Let's go up to fourth gear just to make sure. Yeah, 285 is what we're making for power. Not terrible. Okay, I don't love how it just shut off on me. It's fine, right? We're still gonna get 32 G's for this. It's good, it's good. Oh, you know what? I bet it shut off because I left the thing in fourth gear, just idling, just chilling there. That would do it. That would definitely do it. Let's head on back inside the dealership. I guess you could call this the showroom area. And we can officially let this thing go for 32,000 smackaroonies. And now we have no vehicle, and we're just kind of stuck here. We could obviously take a taxi home, which is precisely what we're going to do. But having said that, I do think that's probably where we're going to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.